Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new World Superbike 22 video. Now in today's video we're doing the second episode of the track series where we are off to Argentina, where they have been currently in real life at the time of recording. Now I have to apologise for the lack of Superbike 22 content on the channel. Unfortunately I'm not really enjoying this game that much. The physics aren't to my liking, and with all the kind of glitches and the brokenness at the start of the life cycle, it burnt its bridges with me, and I've yet to kind of get into a flow with it and get back up to speed. And with my new GP Bikes League, I'm really enjoying that and playing a lot of that. But I do plan to have a bit more SBK footage and gameplay on the channel in the next week or so. But anyway, we're going to jump in now to Argentina for the hot lap, which will be fully commentated. And if you'd like to see any more of these tracks, if you'd like a particular track or bike or anything like that, just let me know in the comments. And if you do enjoy today's video, drop a like, subscribe, and we should jump over now to the hot lap. So as we start off the lap, we just show off quickly our front rear brake and our throttle inputs just to keep an eye on in the video. Now you might notice I'm starting at the previous corner of the last lap. Now the reason I'm showing that is because you get the bike usually wanting to wheelie out of there, so you go slightly left to bring the bike back to the right, braking at the Motul shadow from the sponsorship board. Now the bike will want to kick about on the crest of the hill, pretty normal, there's not much you can do about it. Try and get used to it. Back to first gear for turn 1. Now you want to open up turn 2 by bringing the bike back, sharp shift up to second, tipping in. You just want to miss the apex, a slightly bit wide here myself I must admit, but you just pick it up. Use the rear tyre always to turn these bikes up to third gear, just kissing this curb here. The white part of the curb is your brake marker. Back to second, very gingerly tipping it in. The rear end likes to push and send the bike in the opposite direction. A very late apex to the next left-hander, which then opens up the next right-hander, which you can actually go pretty quick through as it's a pretty opening exit of the corner. Short shift to third around the apex of the previous right-hander. Under the another sponsorship board we go. We just hit fifth gear, and the white board on the inside of the inside curb is your braking marker. Back to second pretty quickly, and then as you get to full lean back to first, using a lot of rear brake. Feel free to absolutely obliterate your tire temps in the first sector, because you have this massive long sector here that will give you some tire temps back that I've sped up for the sake of the video. Now coming up to this next curb here on the right, just as you finish the white portion is your brake marker. Back to third gear quite quickly. Before we tip into the first left, we just hit second, leave the bike flow through here, use all the track but don't touch the curb. Vital for your lap that you don't end up out there. Back to first, once again lots of rear brake, use the rear end of the bike to turn it around. Now you will get a bit of a wheelie, but a quick short shift will counteract that. Up to the gears we go, get back to the left side of the track for probably, in my opinion, one of the most difficult corners on the track. So we're braking just before the curb, just as we hit the curb. Back to second quite quickly. Now this braking zone, you always feel like you broke way too early and that you're going to just like come up short, so you end up actually leaving go of the brake and then you run wide. I kind of get it okay, it's really hard to get quite consistent. You steer it with the rear again, short shift in second as you get the bike up, aim to hit this curb but don't, and through here up to third and back 2 gears in quick succession. You want to leave the bike just go wide to settle itself, then bring it back for a late apex there. And as you change direction here now, you want to be quite close to this curb but definitely don't touch it. That will open up the next right hander as you short shift, change direction again, just trying to kiss the white line but not the curb itself. Up to fourth gear here. On the right hand side you'll see a bit of green blue paint. That is your braking marker for the penultimate corner. Back 2 gears quickly again gingerly tipping it in because the bike will want to push wide with the downshifts and trailing of the brakes. As you hit the kind of center point of the 2 corners, back to first gear, bit of rear brake just to get it into the final corner. And like the start of the lap, you want to just sit it up, square it off, and kind of go back to the left side of the track, just off the natural race line, just to keep the front end down. And that is the lap of San Juan and Villicum. I hope you have enjoyed. So we end up with that lap time P7 behind the charismatic British YouTuber of Dr. Race. So a nice lap from Mr. Race himself, and P7 for me, not too bad, handful of laps. Again, balanced performance for me was turned off, so being, yeah, we're still about 1.9 off of Meerkat, which he's an alien, so not too bad. Definitely another second or so on that lap, but for the actual sake of just showing how it goes and what the correct lines are, that was a pretty decent lap I must say. And we are ahead of Nurbin 10, who is an absolute alien on most bike games, so can't be too unhappy with that. So I'm going to leave there for today's video. Now, like I said in the intro, if there's any other tracks or bikes or anything you'd like me to see on this sort of series, let me know in the comments below. And I want to thank you all for watching. I should catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.